These boys, Finn 6, Gus 5, Mac and Emmett both 3, scamper around their backyard wearing some pretty cool duds. And while they play, their mom, Jenny Brockman, is busy in her studio. She is the owner, operator, creative mind, and CEO of a company called Brok Boys, the company her sons were the inspiration for.
Lucky day for Kitty.
With blocks of a couple of hours to spare in between breakfasts, schools, lunches, feeding the cat, and all the other stuff that goes along with being a mom and wife, Brockman decided to throw her hat into the entrepreneurial ring.
I can get a lot done in 2 hours, which is just the byproduct of having so many kids in such a short time that my time has always been really scheduled, I suppose.
She says the path to Brok Boys was paved with the adrenaline and the constant go, go, go of keeping up with the needs of her sons. That and having a mind, it seems, suited for being her own boss and running her own little empire.
I've always sewn. I was part of 4-H when I was a child, so I learned how to sew when I was young, and we always had a sewing machine, but nobody ever sewed clothing.
Seeing what she says was a need in the market for great little dude accessories, she began simply enough by making slouchy hats.
Do you need something? I spend a lot of time looking at fabric swatches and debating, and sometimes, you get it wrong. You purchase something that somebody doesn't buy. Lately, I've been trying to less is more. So, like, I used to have a lot of fabrics and a lot of patterns, and it just felt cluttered.
With the traditional places to buy home manufactured products covered,
I still do list on Etsy periodically, but not my full store. I have a website for my full store, but I'll list like my hats and stuff on Etsy to, try and catch that market as well.
Brockman has branched out, both in what she's making and how to get it.
We have a few ladies' scarves for the summertime here. They're a half blanket scarf.
She's now making stuff for us girls and the men in our lives, and she welcomes folks to shop in person at Brok Boys headquarters in Kelowna.
I don't like the idea of opening like a storefront. Like, I enjoy the idea of people like coming to my home and shopping downstairs and stuff. So I kind of feel it, unless we really like skyrocketed into a different level, like I think it's going to be here for a while. This is the girl from the new Fuller House that went out on Netflix.
Yep.
She plays Kimmy's daughter.
What might be one of the most significant factors in future growth for the company may have taken place in February, when Brockman packed up a pile of slouchy hats and took them to LA to give to some well-knowns in Hollywood.
Richard Kind was in Mad About You. He played the neighbor in Mad About You.
Yep.
And he was just so nice. He was the last person that we talked to, and we had given all of our hats away. Like, we had none left. I had one on my head as like the model hat, and I was like, he seemed a little disappointed that he didn't get a hat, because he like went through the whole building and he's like, you're really busy. So I came back when there's like less crowd, and now you have no hats. And I said, well, you can just have the hat on my head. Like, is that weird?
What's next for this business that started out as a craft? Well, the only thing Brockman knows for sure is that she won't let it get too big. She still is trying to perfect being a stay-at-home mom. More information on Brok Boys is available online. From Kelowna, I'm Tammy Williams for Shaw.